We have our featured guest. He's online. Everyone, he joins us every single week. This guy's obviously unbelievable. Hopefully he still has his amazing, amazing mustache. Please welcome head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, Mr. Arthur Smith.
Yeah!
Yep, we're there. We're good. We're good, coach.
I can't believe you thought the stash was going away.
Yeah, you're right. That's on me. I should never have doubted you ever. I don't doubt you in anything. And your stash is looking beautiful. Right. Everything's going great. How's the squad doing? How are you doing physically, mentally, at this point in the season? Like, where are you guys at right now?
You know, obviously, we got a huge game coming up Sunday. We'd love to be a little further ahead than we are, but you are what your record says. So we're 4-4. We're still in a good spot, thankfully. You know, kind of like how most of the league is right now in this pack. And so we gotta find a way to stack some wins here, because that's always what happens, right? This time of year, you get close to Thanksgiving, kind of after the turn of Halloween, and it's kind of when teams start to separate themselves.
Yeah, and a great football player once said, all I do is zin, 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 no matter what. And that particular poet is a man who is now potentially playing quarterback for your football team. How sick of getting asked about the quarterback decision are you? Because that give and take you had the other day, phenomenal. You're having one of those a week at this stage. You need to go ahead and take a bow every once in a while. But that is obviously a massive story for your team. Sure. I assume you understand why everybody wants to know it, but how sick of that conversation are you? And why are we at the point now where Taylor Heinicke is going to go?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. That was a really clever, crafted way to ask me about it, Pat. That's big time journalism by you, man. I mean, there you are, man. Did you just get a lift in? Did Saban let you get in the weight room? Because you look like you just got a pump. The bronze is
I'm
good,
oiled
man.
up. Yeah. I'm oiled up right now with sunscreen because I'm actually on the sun right now getting a sunburn. But I appreciate the compliment. I'm trying to look as good as your mustache.
That's the smartest way I've been asked about it all week. And that's not me being sarcastic either. I love the lead into it. No, I'm absolutely. Anytime you're talking about quarterbacks, there's going to be questions. People are just doing their job. But again, like I said the other day, I kind of already answered it. So the answer is not really changing. But we're things come up. A lot of things, and we try to keep things as private as we can, but for multiple reasons. But we're excited about Taylor playing. He always finds a way. I mean, he kind of tortured us the 2 years we played him when he was on the other side of Washington. Did a really good job when he came in the second half the other day. So we're fired up.
And just like you, how we're all very confused about why you chose to do a head coaching chase for your employment as opposed to potentially doing what you could do, because the hours that you have to do in the coaching ranks to earn your stripes are miserable. You got to sleep on couches, you stay in the office, you're drawing coffee for people, you're drawing up play cards for people, all the while your dad has founded one of the greatest companies in the history of America, and you could have just done that. So I appreciate your commitment, and I think that keeps you humble through it all, through what you've been through. Your quarterback, Heinicke, was living on his sister's couch, I think, for a long, long time out of college. Nobody had any faith in him. Then he gets his time to kind of do his thing late against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that playoff push for him, and he almost wins the game on prime time. And the Heinicke hype gets to a fever pitch at this point. And he's just remained that same guy who's just thankful to be in the NFL. Every teammate that he's ever had has come out and said they absolutely love him. What have you seen from him this season, maybe behind the scenes, that makes you believe, like, okay, everything he's done in the past, he's doing here? And what are your thoughts on Taylor Heinicke, the football player as a whole?
Yeah, you kind of said it, Pat. I mean, you guys know when guys walk in the locker room, the guys who are fraudulent and the guys who are just themselves. And it's the same way, try to do my job. Try to be yourself, and you learn from other people. You learn from your mistakes. And certainly Taylor has done that. I'd imagine, I haven't known him a long time, but I imagine he hasn't changed. I mean, Pat, you kind of just said it. That's an endearing quality. There's too many people that get in this profession. You see it with players and coaches. Sometimes they have a little bit of success and they change, they become like kind of self-righteous, and they're not relatable. That's the opposite of Taylor. Taylor looks like, where our facility is in Hall County. He looks like a local guy. Won the fan experience, and it's probably why he's so endearing. Gives everybody hope. But we're fired up for Heinicke.
Hey, Boston Connor has something for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, that's unbelievable. You're also playing a team with the Vikings who are going with a different quarterback, too. How are you game planning for that? Is it kind of more so, about the Falcons versus who's playing quarterback for the Vikings, and how are you getting the boys ready for something where you're not really too sure what you're going to see?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's every week there's a lot of unknown. Obviously, when unfortunately Kirk got hurt, which I hate for him. I don't know him. I got a ton of respect for Kirk Cousins. Another guy that's kind of authentic who he is, and he's done a really good job in this league. And it's a shame you want to play against everybody's best, but so hopefully he gets healthy, soon. But they're whether they play Jaron Hall or Josh Dobbs or Sean Mannion, a lot of things. It's like when we were playing Tennessee last week. They were going to go with a different quarterback, but you kind of have an idea of how they want to play. Philosophically, what Kevin O'Connell and that staff they put together. They got a talented offense. They do a lot at the line. They got smart quarterbacks, so I'm sure, like a lot of teams, I mean, you try to protect the quarterback. They'll try to run it. I'm sure they'll try to have some good shots in there. I mean, similar game plan to what Tennessee did with any young quarterback and play to the guy's strengths. So there's a lot of things you evaluate, and then the other part, you're right, it does come back to us. We got to execute better as well.
How was the interaction with Vrabel? Before game, during game, after game? We know there was a little bit of media. He brought us into this whole thing. Okay, Vrabel's doing what he had to do. But how was it seeing him? And did you get a chance to watch last night? It feels like they got a guy in Will Levis, Coach.
No, it was great. Seeing him, talking to him before. I mean, he literally is one of the funnier people I know. And so there was some good back and forth behind the scenes. I won't call him out here on TV, but then, pregame. Oh! No, I won't. Pat, I'm not going to do that.
Maybe a hint.
Think about
it. It's Braves. He's fair catching kickoffs every time he's on prime time. I think he's deserved it.
No, it was great catching up before, but when the game starts, when we're both trying to do everything good to help our team win, and they did a nice job. I mean, they obviously had a good plan, and we put ourselves in a hole, and they deserve to win. So we got to continue to improve from it. But there were so many. It was good. We don't play them all the time. It was a little weird going in there as a visitor, but it was good. But the one was kickoff, as you know, Pat, I was there to do a job. It felt like a normal game.
Coach, now, unfortunately, you guys, I know, lost Grady Jarrett, unbelievable interior defensive lineman for you guys, making plays for a long time now in the league. What can you try to do, I guess, to make up for him, obviously, and how big of a loss is that for you?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously when guys get hurt in the NFL, but, there's never going to be one person, every week. The plan may be a little bit different, but the other guy's got to step up and, you mix and match. You may move a guy here or there. But yeah, obviously Grady's loss will certainly be felt, not just on the field, off the field, but he'll be back. It's not a funeral. It's unfortunate. Just probably, similar to probably how Minnesota feels. But that's life in the NFL. So our guys will be ready to go. We got Contavious Street. We made a trade with Philly. So add some depth in there, a guy that Ryan Nielsen's familiar with. And like I said, we'll mix and match, and we'll try to find a way.
Coach, last thing before we let you go, how's your brother doing?
All of them.
Obviously, you have a million.
Sunday.
But Dick
No,
Smith.
I know. It's his birthday on Sunday.
Oh.
Hoping.
Happy birthday, Dick.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dick.
Thank you, Dick.
Yeah. Way to go, Dick.
Love you, Dick.
He still hasn't delivered his sponsorship promise. No pun intended. So I don't know where that's at right now.
But he delivered a lot of meat to our office the other day. We had a full barbecue brunch because we're talking ribs, we're talking pulled pork, we had some beans, some spicy sauerkraut, some tenderloin. I mean, Dick Smith delivered the meat the other day for us. We appreciate that.
Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate the shout out then. But my honestly, challenge is to push him. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, say what you're going to say because we'll use this against him. No, say what I think you're going to say.
No, he's got to continue. I mean, he's got to deliver with the challenge I put on him. And they need to sponsor you guys.
Agreed.
So
it's about time.
Yeah.
Dick, listen, it's your birthday. It's your birthday, Dick. Let's go ahead and do that.
Come on.
Let's go ahead and get that done. We appreciate you, Coach, a lot.
I appreciate you guys.
We do, Coach. Hey, we're gonna let you get off and go talk to your team again. Obviously, you're running a billions and billions dollar franchise that's trying to get some wins. So good luck with everything. Good luck against Minnesota this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.